Okay, where we at? This motherfucker gonna hide the bag. Wait a minute, he gonna hide the McDonald's bag, but keep the goddamn filet of fish fries and the soda on his fucking desk.
That's all I'm eating.
Why you eating that shit anyway?
Because I'm hungry. I mean, it ain't like I'm gaining weight.
Just don't get none on the floor.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be eating in here, motherfucker. Welcome to the Streetz Talkin radio show. This is your boy TJ, the Chicago Kid. We're a little fucking late because, as you can see, Norman had to stop and get something because his sugar was low. Oh shit, I ain't got no headphones. I'm all fucked up in here. So yes, Streetz Talkin radio show. We back again late. Per usual, as you can see, B and her B's not here. She had to go get surgery to have edge transplant surgery. But me and Norman are here tonight. I thought Miss Patty was gonna come, but she couldn't make it because she had a family emergency, and that's fucking that. Yes, what's up in the chat room to my cousin Eddie? My niece Lauren, and ain't nobody else in there today. Ain't nobody fucking with us because we late because you motherfuckers can't get here on time. I don't know why.
I can't really hear you.
I can hear me. Maybe you want to turn it up in the volume. So welcome. We back another week. We got a lot of bullshit to talk about. Not really much to talk about, but something that's near and dear to my fucking heart. But first, we're going to talk about what's in the fucking news. I know Norman is not up on anything because the only thing he thinks about
is selling houses.
And dick. Dick and selling houses.
Yes, dick and selling houses.
Dick and selling houses. This is what's fucked up when you have a gay co-host. He talks about dick too much.
No, sex is like exercising.
Exercising? Yeah. Well, you obviously ain't fucking because you don't look like you ain't got none.
I'm just laying down.
You ain't got none, motherfucker. Sitting there eating fucking McDonald's talking about exercising. What's the thing I want to talk about today? The first thing I want to talk about in the news is this political shit that's going on. Of course, we coming up on the deadline for Trump to shut down the government again. Niggas that work for the government is scared shitless right now because they don't know if they're going to end up getting another extended vacation. And folks is worried about they might not get their food stamps, but in the interim, you have people talking to a lot of the politicians. Trump, I gave you a picture. I'm going to need you to cue it up. Talk to a lot of politicians, and particularly two, Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. Both of them appeared on the Breakfast Club, and at first, Charlamagne asked them both the same questions. You know, what agenda do you have for black people? And, of course, they didn't have any. It is the trickle-down economics of America. Whatever we do for the country, it should eventually flow down to black people, so they don't have a specific agenda. And I'm pretty much, you know, if you can't tell us what you're going to do for black folks, but, you know, Norman still gets the benefit because they're going to do something for gay folks. I mean, I'm just saying.
Why is your eye still red?
I don't know. I got kicked again. The motherfucker kicked me again. Yeah, he kneed me in the same motherfucker. Knee me in the eye. So I'm thinking this shit is intentional. So they're gonna do shit for the everybody else except black people, even though the white woman came out and said that she was going, and I'm gonna put my glasses on this week because I'm trying to appear to be smart, appear to be intelligent. I look like Royce the 5'9" like this. Kamala Harris was on the Breakfast Club also and got that same question. And she said some incredibly fuck shit in her answer. She's now there in the news talking about she's admitting that she smoked marijuana in college and she did inhale, which I find kind of ironic considering that as Attorney General for the state of California, she was aggressively prosecuting black and brown men for drug possession. And somebody kept trying to say, well, you know, she was voted in to because now at first I was like, we're going to wait and see what Kamala says. And then I started looking more into her records. And then I started to listen more to her. And then I realized that she was just as full of shit as the next person. Because.
But how?
Well, for instance, she says that she was asked the same question, what's her agenda for black people? And they can't even say black people. They always revert to the term people of color. People of color always gets us fucked up. It always gets us fucked up because although black people marched for civil rights and we were supposed to get affirmative actions in the 70s, the biggest benefactors of affirmative actions are white women. When it was supposed to be about us, but when they use terms like minority and all-inclusive, then it becomes diluted. It becomes for everybody else, and then we end up getting the least amount of resources that was originally committed to us. But she said some fuck shit in an interview. And she said something about she smoked. And I'm like, you smoked, but then you brag about your record as a prosecutor. You locked all these people up. California has 6%, I believe 5.9% of the population of California is African American. Which you think LA, you think Oakland, you think it's a big demographic of black people. But it's not. We're very small in the most populous state in the United States. But then we make up 29% of the prison population, which I find fucking ironic. And then the majority of those that are in the prison system are there as it relates to drugs. And she's complicit in locking a lot of fucking people up. So I find it disingenuous for her to get on the radio or get in interviews and talk about she smoked marijuana in college. And here's the interesting part that she said. She said, everybody listen. She said, I smoke weed in college while listening to Tupac and Snoop. Let's unpack that. Let's really, really take a look at what that fucking means. Let's take a little history lesson on Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, well, let's see. I smoke weed in college and I listen to Tupac and Snoop. Well, let's think about it. Tupac's first album was Tupacalypse Now, right? That album was produced and distributed in 1991. November 12, 1991 is when it was released.
Okay.
Let's move on to Snoop. We first heard of Snoop from Dre's Deep Cover song. Snoop did. And then Snoop was featured on the Chronic album. Then the first album release, I guess on Death Row Records, was Doggy Style by Snoop Doggy Dogg. That album was released November 22nd, 1993. Everybody following me, right? Kamala Harris graduated from Howard University. Then she earned her Juris Doctor's degree from the University of California Hastings College of Law in 1989. She was admitted to the California State Bar in 1990. Snoop and Tupac didn't produce shit prior to 1991 or 1993. How the fuck was you listening to Snoop and Tupac's smoking weed in your college dorm when neither of them had produced any fucking music?
What if she was listening to some old shit?
You're missing my point.
Oh, no,
I know you're gay, but don't be gay and slow. She graduated from law school.
You said 80 what?
She graduated from law school in 1989.
Okay.
So you got 3 years of law school. So at the earliest, she went in 1986.
Oh, okay. Which they was.
She graduated from Howard University in 1982. So when in the fuck was you listening to Tupac and Snoop when they didn't come out till 91 and 93 respectively?
Was listening to their underground shit. You want some fries?
No, I don't want no fries, because anything that's making you have the brain fart that you having right now. So all that says to me is she's pandering. This is the same shit that Hillary did when she went on the Breakfast Club and said that she got hot sauce in her bag. She keep hot sauce in her purse. Oh, that's just, and that was around the time that Beyonce had out. What was the song? Formation. I'm a getting formation. I got hot sauce in my bag, swag. Pandering. And Charlamagne said, you know that you're going to be accused of pandering. And you know what she said? Is it working?
That's what Kamala said?
No, that's what Hillary said.
Okay. So
really to me, Kamala is nothing more than a darker version of Hillary Clinton. And with that being the case, with the history that Hillary Clinton had with the 1985, 1986 crime bill, with Kamala coming into the criminal justice system as a prosecutor and prosecuting people for using drugs, being in possession of drugs, prosecuting parents for truant children, criminally prosecuting them, and laughing about it, how she sent prosecutors to these parents' houses. I just have a big categorical fuck you, Kamala Harris. You're not getting my vote. Move along.
Really?
Absolutely
Just
not.
because of that?
No, not just because she lied about listening to Tupac and Snoop.
Okay.
But the fact that you engaged in harmful, because see, what I was trying to argue with a friend who's from California today is that even though, like I argued with B before on the show, you know, arguing with B is just, it's not even an thing of educating her. She just likes to fucking argue. But
you do too.
Even though there's mandatory minimums in California, prosecutors have what's called prosecutorial discretion. Prosecutorial discretion allows them to charge, not charge, probation before judgment, accepting offered pleas, reducing the charges from felonies to misdemeanors. She had the authority to do that, and she didn't. She continued to prison the pipeline from school to prison pipeline. When they wanted to put body cameras on police officers, she fought that. She resisted that. When they wanted to release some of the prisoners because of the overcrowding and because of the prison reform, she resisted that, citing that if you release all these prisoners, we ain't got nobody to clean up the side of the roads and to fight fires. So she was all about the slavery entail in the prison industrial complex that lets people go to jail and work for basically for free. She was pressed for that. So I can't, you don't get to run and base your career doing that. Become a senator for less than 4 years. And then now you want to run for president, and all that shit you did, all the policies that you enforced or that you pushed, when you could have did otherwise. Now all of a sudden you want to be president, you doing an about face. You mean to tell me it'd take you to run for president to know all the shit you was doing was wrong and harmful to the community? And this is the same fucking bitch that has never said she was a black woman. Ever.
Really?
You can't find an interview where she says she's a black woman. She makes it a point of letting you know that her mother is Indian
and her father's Jamaican.
And that her father is Jamaican. But she has never said that she's a black woman. But now she's running for president. Now she wants us to know that she listens to Cardi B. Fuck you. I'm not being pandered to. Then let's move on to this milk toast, moist ass, lisp having ass Cory Booker. This punk pussy motherfucker, I'm sorry, I know y'all like Cory, but fuck him too. Here's my issue with Cory. Cory Booker, when asked about the blackface issue, said that we need to extend grace to white people and put ourselves in their shoes in order for them to understand what blackface is and what's the issue. Man, fuck you. Here's why. Don't you motherfuckers know how to use Google? Trump, you know how to use Google? You know how to use Google? Mm-hmm. When you want to find something out, you know how to use Google. Why the fuck can't white people who are so fucking interested and intrigued as to why black people have a problem with blackface, Google blackface? Google the history behind it. Who the fuck are you to tell us that we need to extend grace and be sympathetic and understanding the white people's ignorance? Nah, fuck that. They did blackface. This shit come from y'all. You all are fucking experts on it. So what you're not going to do is get to play dumb with me. And for you to stand there and always, I hate these motherfuckers that always tell black people that you just got to take it. Take it on the chin. Suffer now. It'll be all right. When Jesus come, you're going to be okay. Because you're going to get yours in the afterlife. Why people keep fucking walking over to us. Turn the other cheek, it only applies to Negroes. That's the only people it's supposed to apply to. It don't apply to white people. Asians ain't fucking Christians. It don't apply to Jews because they don't believe in the New Testament. That shit is designed for us. And for him to say that we should extend grace to white people because they're ignorant. Fuck you. Google. You Google everything else. So that's my issue with Corey. That's my issue with Kamala. As it looks, I'm not voting in 2020. If Trump gets back in, so be it. At least his motherfucking ass gonna do what he say he gonna do, and he don't give a fuck. But I can't trust. I'm getting to the point where I don't trust Democrats at all, at fucking all.
And what are you? You're a Democrat?
I'm an independent. I've been an independent since I was 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
I've never. I've voted Democrat, but it gets to the point where you just is a herd mentality, and black people keep. It's like you go out and you give your ass up. You don't make a motherfucker court you. You don't make a motherfucker date you. You don't make a motherfucker spend no time with you on the phone. Just when he call on you, you hold your ass up. Do you really expect a motherfucker to respect you that won't even put forth an effort to earn the ass? No. That's in dating and going back and forth. Well, this is a relationship that black people have with the Democratic Party. We just hold our ass up every 2 years for the midterms, every 4 years for the presidential, and we get nothing in return. And you can't even get candidates to say shit about black. Now here it is, a white woman, even though her number was paltry, it was way the fuck off, but she stood there saying, I'm running for president, and I think black people should get $100 billion in reparations. Of course, when you do the math, it only comes down to $2,173 per person. Amy Klobuchar? Yeah. She said she think black people can get $100 billion. Well, at least she's trying. But when you start telling me about motherfucking, well, Medicaid reform and insurance for all, how about this? Give us some fucking land and give us some tax-exempt status for the next 50 years. How about that? Give us a generation of tax-free status and all these millions upon hundred millions of acreage of unused federal land in the United States. Why don't you give it to us like you gave the lands to the Native American, because we entitled to some shit too since we built this son of a bitch. Give us some fucking land, give us some tax-free status, give us some resources in order for us to build it up, and then we'll be out your fucking hair. Now Norman gonna stick around because Norman like white men. So that's that. Now we also have one last issue before I go into what I'm really here for.
You don't have any white friends, too.
I don't have any white friends. I never said I did.
Yeah, I never said I had white friends. I know. You need to get you some white friends.
Why do I need to get some?
Just so you can be a little diverse, because you talk a lot. So
what do me have? Okay, explain something to me.
Look,
talking to the mic, because they can't.
I mean, the mic can't hear me. Just go ahead and go with the next subject. What you trying to find? Because I got money to make.
You got money to make.
I got money to make.
So you just come here to be on here to say,
bitch, first of all, I ain't even fucking promoting real estate.
I know you're not promoting real estate, but I'm going to need your real estate expertise later on in the show. Here's the problem that I had with fucking Norman. I keep driving around in Waldorf, Maryland, which is like way out. And I keep seeing posters of this motherfucker everywhere.
Hold on. No, you don't.
Yes, the fuck I do.
You only probably see him in probably 3-4 places.
Bullshit. Right across from the fucking Best Buy is a fucking sign with your fucking face on it.
Oh, that's one. That's one.
That's enough. I gotta go
bitch,
past that motherfucker.
I look good, so why not have my face?
Motherfucker point me. I said, isn't that Norman off your show? I said, oh my God, this motherfucker following me around. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Ooh, so the next thing is, of course, this Gucci. Well, let's talk about the Gucci. Do you wear Gucci, Norman?
No, I'll never.
Trump,
I would never own anything Gucci.
Anything Gucci. Okay,
never.
So Gucci made this fucking sweater. Can you pull that sweater up?
Oh, the blackface sweater.
They pull his blackface sweater up, and all of course, black people lost their shit.
And I don't even think anything was wrong with that. Like,
no, it was something very wrong with that
because it had red lips, a black face and red lips.
That's
Y'all some. You know, if anybody into fashion and design, they would not have taken that and blew it all the way up back to slavery or the blackface thing.
Here's okay. Well, okay. I'll take that point. I'll take that point, and I'll offer you a counterpoint. Why hasn't Gucci made something with a yarmulke on it or a swastika?
You said why?
Why? Why is it that Gucci haven't done that? Why is it that Prada hasn't done that? Why hasn't any of these Italian designers done something and made something with offensive symbols that could be mistaken as offensive symbols to the Jewish community? Why haven't they done that? This shit is not by accident, it's by fucking design. There's no way that that fucking sweater, as ugly and as goofy looking as it was, past, look at this shit. That's, what's the purpose of the red lips? All it needs is a fucking hood and you have a fucking minstrel. There's no way nobody at Gucci, because Gucci just how does Gucci do that? And pull up, can you pull up the one of Prada? The one Prada did? Prada just called hell for this last year. For the same exact shit. How the fuck did you not learn from Prada? And you come put this shit on Gucci? Well, my thing is, I personally, it wasn't that I wasn't offended by it, because I wasn't. Because like Norman, I don't wear Gucci. Okay, don't worry about it. I don't wear Gucci. So I can't get upset and offended by some shit, especially when I don't support it. I simply fucking don't. And black people getting all upset and we want apologies from Gucci, and you got celebrities saying fuck Gucci and XYZ, but who makes Gucci popping in the black community? Because the average broke motherfucker who struggles to get something to make himself feel worth something, he want it because he see a celebrity wearing it. If we never saw a celebrity wearing Gucci, we wouldn't fucking wear Gucci. We wouldn't know what the fuck Gucci is. So a lot of these celebrities, they act as, how do you not know?
What is that right there?
A fucking keychain.
So Prada did that.
Prada did that one.
So that's supposed to symbolize a monkey?
Why the big red lips? Who else has, what racial makeup is known for their big lips?
Of course black, but I'll fuck.
Can you pull up an actual picture of a minstrel?
Y'all funny as shit.
It's not that we funny, it's that these motherfuckers know that. Nobody from Gucci, nobody from motherfucking Prada, none of them are going to motherfucking let something go to production, go into that production meeting, be produced and advertised with a fucking swastika on it. It's never going to fucking happen. Just blackface or something. That's just not gonna fucking happen. They know who is safe to offend, and we keep pumping our fucking money into these. Let's look at it. Let's look at it this way. The producers of Cavassier, would you believe that their largest customer base for about a 10-year period worldwide was African Americans? And you know when it spiked? After fucking Puffy and Busta Rhymes did the song Pastor Cavassier. So that cognac spiked because we heard the song and we bought it. Just like when Tupac talked about Thug Passion. Sales for Alizé spiked. So like they say, we are the culture. But I don't fucking get how these celebrities will pump up Gucci, pump up Prada, pump up all this other bullshit, but you have all these black designers out here and they won't even give them no play. So how can I take you seriously when you get on your Instagram and you say, nah, fuck that. Soulja Boy say he ain't fucking with Gucci, but this stupid motherfucker got a Gucci logo in between his eyes. Tattooed. You giving him free advertisement, you stupid motherfucker, and then I'm supposed to believe that I shouldn't fuck with them because of that? Nah, I don't trust you.
You watch wrestling, don't you?
Yeah.
You remember what the blackface they did with Roddy Piper years and years ago?
Yeah, of course.
You remember X-Pac came out there with the blackface?
Of course when he did that. Yeah, I mean.
But did they make a big issue about that?
You didn't hear Pete. It was funny back then.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, number one, don't act like you innocent and you didn't know that blackface was offensive. Y'all motherfucker, again, y'all got Google in France. Y'all got Google in Italy. You know that shit was offensive. Y'all, that lets you know that the diversity in their production and in their designers, they ain't got no black people. Because the black people would have been like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. And you know niggas buy Gucci.
So let me ask you this. What if they did that blackface just like that, didn't do no lips on it, but did red eyes? The circle the iPods were red. What would people say then? So it seemed like it's just about really the lips.
The thing is, why the lips? Why the red lips? What does that supposed to symbolize?
I'm thinking like.
First of all, it's some ugly shit. Red lips or not, it's ugly and it's stupid. Because if I want something like that, I'll buy a fucking skull cap. I don't need a sweater that I'm gonna pull up over my fucking nose, you goddamn moron. And secondly, y'all just don't get to play stupid. I'm just not gonna do it. And then you got the clip of the goofy boxer. Oh, yes. They caught this stupid ass Floyd Mayweather outside. And see, they called Floyd. TMZ called Floyd coming out of getting ready to go in the Gucci store. And this was the interaction that they had.
Now, how's Pops feeling? You know, your Pops he was sparring.
I think my dad need to stop boxing. He older.
You fucking up. He's going into the Gucci store. It's at night. Well, either way, before Trump got it, go ahead, pull that up, please.
2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. All right.
You got one. You got two. See, y'all fucking up. See, I'm gonna fire Trump. I'm gonna fucking fire Trump. But either way, they caught Floyd going into the Gucci store, and of course, Floyd has the social consciousness of warm dog shit. And when asked about it, he was completely oblivious to the firestorm that was going on with Gucci. So, do you have it now, Trump? So here's Floyd going in the Gucci store being asked about that. Here we go. Trump is fucking up regularly. We got 45 minutes, well, 40 minutes left. Here we go. Okay, cut that. That ain't it. No, it's not it. So anyway. Anyway, they called him and he was like, I don't care what's going on. I like what I like. I'm about to go in here and spend some on Gucci. And proceeded to go into the fucking Gucci store and spend $40,000.
And this was?
Floyd Mayweather.
No, when was this?
This was yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if I was in the Gucci, I would have probably done the same thing too. Yeah, I don't take offense to stupid shit like that. And I don't even think it was offensive, first of all.
Okay, you don't think things was offensive. Here's the problem that we had. Here's the problem that I had with Norman. Norman don't care about shit unless it's fucking with his money. He is a true sissy. Unless it's fucking with his money, Norman don't give a fuck.
Look, now when the economy start crashing, then I'm gonna be like,
then he gonna shit his pants, yes, and it's not gonna be that hard because his walls is open all the fucking way up. It's just
how would you know?
I'm just gonna assume.
You can't assume.
I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume.
Talking about is that why? Like
I'm just assuming. Shit. I don't know. I don't know that person. So that was that. That wasn't the right video. You motherfucker.
You just got it further into the video.
Okay, then you should start it at the further part in the video.
If you do your research, you would have told me and I could play it in the beginning.
Man, if you don't shut your monkey ass up. So that's what we were talking about.
I got friends from all walks of life. And to me, of course, Black lives matter first. But my thing is this, I'm gonna continue to go out there, live life, and be happy, and be positive.
Okay.
I wear what I wanna wear, when I want to, and how I want to. Nobody can stop my drive, and nobody's gonna tell me what to wear and what not to wear. Because half of the people that's on social media saying, don't wear this, don't wear that. I ain't never seen none of them supporting the money team.
Money man, they stay open late for you.
Let's just unpack that. He says that all of the people are saying don't wear this, don't wear that, has not supported the money team. You pussy bitch made little motherfucker. I wish I could get his ass in the room. I don't give a fuck how well you box. I'm a big nigga, and when I get my hands on you little ass, I'ma crush you.
He probably whoop your motherfucker.
No, he won't. No, I promise you he won't, because I got hands too.
Look, nigga, you gonna do no but throw your fat pockets on that motherfucker.
Here's the thing. How can you say motherfucker don't support the money team when I remember going to a Floyd Mayweather fight that was filled with niggas, filled with black people. So is he saying that none of the black people that were in attendance to his fights or that purchased his fights on pay-per-view supported the money team? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We find that shit out every day. So right now, I'm going to go back into the next thing that I'm really, really here for tonight, but I'm going to need to take a quick break, 2 seconds, to get myself together because I need to have these files together for when Trump comes. But the next segment is called Operation Expose Umar. Umar Johnson got on the motherfucking Instagram or internet or whatever it was the other day and announced that he was opening his school and he had found a location. Well, the crack team at Streetz is Talkin, our research department, which is basically me, found out that that really ain't the motherfucking case. So we're going to come back shortly. Don't go nowhere. Get your pen and your pieces of paper out because you're going to want to take notes. Like, seriously.
How many viewers do you have?
We got 7. Oh. You don't ever promote the show, motherfucker. Everybody that's in the chat room, what's up? Hello, everybody. I need y'all to promote this on y'all page to draw some attention to this because this part of the show, I really need people to fucking see. So we'll be back in a few seconds. Streetz is Talking.
black people wrestling nowadays.
Oh shit! Well, the music's still playing in my ear, man. Shit. Can you fade that shit out? That whack ass shit. I'm telling you about playing your motherfucking cousin's tracks. Welcome back to Streetz Talkin Radio Show. Okay, so let's get into this shit. This past weekend, let's rewind the clock back. This fat porcupine, Dr. Umar Johnson, a.k.a. Jermaine Shoemake, came on the scene in 2014. Really, he came on the scene in Hidden Colors 1. He appeared in Hidden Colors 1. Tariq Nasheed allowed him to speak. He's a great orator. If you don't have an ear for bullshit, if you have an ear for bullshit, you can pretty much pick up on the fact that he's a hustler. So he came on the scene in 2014 claiming that he wanted to buy St. Paul's College in Virginia, which was a historically black college that ended up closing its doors because, of course, as I like to shit on HBCU alumni, y'all don't give your money back to the school like the white folks do. And that's how they end up closing, or like Howard end up having Asians and white people walking around on campus. But he ended up making a video stating that he wanted to buy the school and open up a boys' school. Great production. Him walking through the school in his suit, making his claim, saying that he needs $2 million. He created a GoFundMe account, PayPal, the money started coming in, and all of a sudden he didn't open up that school. This was in 2014. I, being the crackpot investigator that I am, smell bullshit. I end up contacting the realtor who was working for the trustees to sell a school. They told me, well, he told me, white guy told me that he hadn't heard of Umar Johnson. My antennas immediately went up. He said, he ain't heard of no Umar. He ain't heard of nobody named Umar. Nobody's made any bids on the school. And that the school was designated to be sold part and parcel. It wasn't like somebody was going to be able to come in and buy the entire school with the land and the facilities for the $2 million that he was asking for to buy the school. So he was taking, this is when I first heard of Umar. He was originally taking donations in the mail, PayPal. We have absolutely no recording of how much money he gathered from personal checks and from PayPal, but he ended up doing a GoFundMe account. And with the GoFundMe account, he raised approximately, it had got up to $375,000 before people were like, wait a minute, this is a year and a half in. People started getting in contact with the school and realized that the land and the property had been sold off. So what fucking school are you buying, Umar? And when you challenge Umar Johnson, Jermaine Shoemake, you dirty, dusty beard having motherfucker, he blocks you. So Umar blocks me on Facebook because I challenged him on this shit. Then Umar Johnson, of course, I challenged him on his Instagram page and he blocked me there. And he most recently blocked me on Twitter. Well, Umar went and started ranting and raving this weekend saying that I got to school. He made this elaborate video, 20 minutes. Then he went on a 2-hour rant on his Facebook Live, asking for volunteers, asking for more money, asking for this, asking for that. He needed this. He opened this. Run the clip. Run the clip. The clip of him walking through the school. It's really, really great. Trump, when I tell you to stop, I want you to stop. At the doors of that school. Do we see the doors of that school, everybody? Mm-hmm. You see the little sign on the left. Now, it came out that Umar had purchased the property at 610 East 17th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. That is the former location of the Moyer Charter School that closed its doors for good in 2015 because of low test scores. So he claimed to buy the middle school. The problem with this video right now is the building he's walking into is across the street. Get your pens and your papers out because I want you all to Google this shit. That is 611 East 17th Street. That is the Moyer Academy High School. Different building, different address. But now he's pretending that he's going into school because he got the keys. Run the tape. Stop. Now he got the key. He got the logo to his motherfucking school. He making this shit look real. Keep going, Trump.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Umar Johnson. I am a certified school psychologist and doctor of clinical psychology. 4 long years ago, we began a fundraising campaign.
What'd he just say? 4 long years ago. 4? Just 4, Umar? Give me that first fucking tweet. In 2010, to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Pan-African School for Black Boys, specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behavior disorders. This will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. Grand opening 9/11/2013. That tweet was on. Was that a tweet or was that? Yeah, that was a tweet. No. That's an Instagram post. That Instagram post was January 6th. 2010.
That's Facebook.
Oh, that's Facebook? Okay, well then that's Facebook then. Well, he blocked me. That was 9 fucking years ago. He said that he just started fucking fundraising 4 years ago. That's a fucking lie, you funky fat walrus shaped motherfucker, you. You fucking lying. Your ass been hustling for 10 fucking years almost. Keep going with that fucking video. I'm breaking this bitch ass down today.
to build America's first independent African-centered school based off the principles of Pan-Africanism and international economics. It has been 4 long years of fundraising, 4 long years of searching all across this country, flying and driving from state to state, city to city, looking for the best place to begin the Frederick Douglass.
Stop. Stop it, you fat funky motherfucker, you. You lying son of a bitch. You got your motherfucking ass on the goddamn Facebook Live and you said you had a school. You's a lying motherfucker. And here's the thing. Let me get focused, because I want to torture this fat motherfucker today, because motherfuckers ain't dealt with him appropriately. For all of y'all that's sitting there defending his ass, you all have what's called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when your motherfucking ass have all the goddamn answers and evidence in front of you and you still believe some other shit. The 10 top excuses that you're going to hear from you ignorant ass Messiah complex looking for a Messiah ass motherfuckers is, did you donate? No, because I ain't stupid. What are you doing with the black community? So they try to flip it back on us. Umar ain't produced a motherfucking blade of grass. He got one fucking book he done published. He hustled it at all his speeches. He ain't done shit either. So we about even. Where's your school at? First of all, opening a school is not as fucking hard as you all make it out to be. Puffy opening charter schools, LeBron opening charter schools. What's the boy? Paul Pierce opened a fucking charter school. What's the boy that Jalen Rose opened a charter school? Kevin Johnson opened a charter school. You can open a charter school. You get the curriculum, you find the space, and you open it. You start small, you go big. It's not that fucking hard. And it don't take 10 years of fucking fundraising to get money for a fucking school. It don't. So stop running that fucking game, you dumb motherfuckers. That's this. You all jump out there and you defend it. He can't even defend himself anymore. That's why he running this fucking game. You start calling names like I'm doing you right now. You have diversionary excuses. Oh, why you trying to tear a black man down? Fuck any man that's gonna try to motherfucking exploit the hopes of the black community. If you coming in and you hustling, whether you a preacher or whether you a nappy bearded musty dashiki wearing motherfucker, you get these goddamn bars. Black people spend their money on weed, alcohol, and everything else. That's for black people to consciously throw their money away. But if they think that you're gonna do something that's beneficial to the community and they're giving you that money out of the faith that you're gonna do what's right, then yeah, you get called on your shit. Umar doesn't have enough money to build a school. Refer back to what I said before. It ain't that fucking hard. Women motherfucking open up daycares every day. Those are a version of a school. They get 3, 4 kids. They get them a helper. They get 3 or 4 more fucking kids. They get the kids a curriculum while they going into the day, and they make their babysitting attractive where these children are coming into a learning environment. It happens. It's possible. You don't need 4, 5, all that money to build a school if that's what he wanted. White supremacy's trying to stop him. No, they not. White supremacy don't give a fuck when a nigga is hustling y'all dumbasses. That's why they don't fuck with these preachers. They don't fuck with these preachers because they keep y'all asleep. And as long as they keep y'all asleep and praying for some shit that happens after you die, then they're going to be able to do that uninterrupted. And then they say it takes time to build a school. These are ignorant ass motherfuckers. So back to what I'm saying. Umar ain't done shit. He has been raising money since 2010. But here's what it gets more interesting. Umar, in his arrogance, because he had constantly been challenged in the academic fields, in the activist field, in the black nationalist field, now that he's been raising money for 9 years instead of the 4 he's trying to sell us, now he got to produce something. So put up the other one where he said gave a date when he was going to announce it.
I'm going to see if I can get him to call into the show next week.
He's not going to.
How you know?
He's not going to.
I might can get him to call in.
He's not going to.
I'm going to get him to call
He said in a tweet, and what's the date on that? He said in November 14, 2018, on January 1st, he was going to announce the purchase and the location of the school. And if you all been watching the show, January 1st came by and went, and his motherfucking ass didn't announce a goddamn thing. He didn't announce nothing. Not a goddamn thing. So when he don't announce nothing, now the pressure is really on. It's really fucking on. Now he got to do something because he done gave y'all a date. At first it was the rumor that he said that he was retiring and moving to Africa, which means that he got his money and he rolled. But he raised all this money. He didn't produce a school because he could always come back and say, well, I'm still fundraising. But something happened. GoFundMe, who had frozen his account, began to give refunds because they allowed him the opportunity to prove that he was doing what he was doing with the money. Because when you have a GoFundMe, even though you haven't reached your goal, you're still able to take the money out. He was getting money out of that GoFundMe. He was tricking off on them hoes. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Getting cheap hotel rooms when he turned up in the city. Talk to the sisters, and if she was attractive, he tried to throw some of that old dusty herpy dick on them. And GoFundMe threw a monkey wrench in this shit. So now with GoFundMe cutting it off, it becomes public. They're giving the money back. His income, his main income source is being ripped from under him. He got to do something. And this when he announced that he got to school. He made this elaborate video, 22 minutes. Then he went on his Facebook Live and ran it for 2 hours. And, of course, I was right there under one of my aliases giving him the business. I say, where's the fucking school? Because he never says in that video, if you go to his YouTube page, and it's called 6 million views, it's really nothing but videos of Umar Johnson. We believe that he's operating that page. Nothing but videos of him. His motherfucking ass is his motherfucking ass went 2 hours. 2 hours. He had to start the hustle back up. He had to give you niggas, you dumb niggas, a reason to keep giving him fucking money. But the crack investigative team at Streetz Talkin Radio, yours truly, I went and did a little digging. And I did a lot of digging. It wasn't that hard because, of course, I use the internet for other than posting selfies. So what I did was I went to the Recorder of Deeds in Newcastle, Delaware, because it slipped out where this building was where he shot the video. He shot the video and they said, oh, that's the old Moyer Academy. They came up with the address and made the address public. This is the mistake he made before when he gave the location of St. Paul's College. So remember, he was going all this time saying he was looking at different locations. Like he said in the video, I've been looking at different locations, but he never told you anything. So Norman, can you please explain how he would have gotten access to that school? Since you're a realtor, how would he have gotten access to shoot that video? What did he need?
He needed access, so he needed to at least be able to get in contact with a realtor.
So all he needed was a realtor who would give him access to the building.
Yeah.
He could have paid somebody off. They could have just went and showed him the building.
Yeah.
So I pull the tax records. The address is 610 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. That is the location of the Moyer Academy Middle School. I pulled the tax records to see who the fucking owner was. Trump, can you please put that up? Yeah, number one. Number one. The screen. Can you increase the size there? If you were to look at that tax statement, bring it down some. The owner of that school is called K2 Management Incorporated, located in Herndon, Virginia. That school was purchased in January of 2007 for $1.249 million. But remember what I said in the beginning. The Moyer School, 610, is across the street. Where he's shooting the video at is in the high school, which is 611. Why did you do this big production in the high school when you were supposed to have purchased the middle school? So I said, okay, but let me give this nigga the benefit of the doubt.
He probably couldn't get access to the
The middle school.
The middle school.
So I said, let me pull the tax records for the school across the street, see who owns them. Can you put that up, Trump? Number 2. Uh-oh. 611 East 17th Street. Owned by, please scroll up a little bit.
K2 Management.
K2 fucking Management. I pulled that up today. Fucking today. Motherfucker. You fat ass walrus, you. Okay, Papa. The Prince of Pot Pies. The Prince of Pop Tarts. With your fat ass. You fucking lying. You fucking lying and you fucking caught, you dirtbag ass motherfucker. So, because I know you hotep ass niggas who love to fucking defend him was probably gonna come with some bullshit, I pull the fucking records of the recent purchases in fucking Newcastle County for the last 30 days. Trump pulled that one up. That's it. Those are the purchases in fucking the county of Newcastle in Wilmington, Delaware. There's no address that says 610 East 17th Street. There's no fucking address that says 611 East 17th Street. That's all the way up to the 30th of fucking January. Those are the recent purchases in the last 30 days. Ain't no fucking purchase in no goddamn school. Your fat ass didn't purchase anything. And then when you found out that we found the address, you big fat fucking funky Dashiki wearing motherfucker, you still tried to pull a fast one. Trump, did you get that?
Listen to this. So he said he purchased the school when?
He said he purchased the school. He didn't tell us when.
Okay, so K2 Management.
K2 Management owns the property. Of course, I called them. But because Maryland is a two-party state, I couldn't record the conversation. But
so what if he did purchase the school? Hold on, just the other side. What if he did purchase the school and transfer of ownership had not took place because the county might be behind in their records?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Trump, do you have the last email that I sent you? The one that I just sent you.
Ooh. Look, I hate to run for president because you probably pull all these motherfucking.
So when Mr. Umar Johnson, you big fat lying motherfucker, you fucking tried it. You fucking tried it, you dirty motherfucker. Look at the goddamn deed. Executed on February 6th. Entered into the system just yesterday. He got the deed for the paltry amount of $10. You think we don't know how to read this shit, nigga? You ain't got no motherfucking $1.3 billion fucking building for no goddamn $10. Who you think you bullshitting?
So you know what? So let me ask you this. So I think to even be a little more accurate with this, even though you probably already know it is true.
You know I do.
Yeah. So what I would have done is actually called the county. I would have called up to Recorder of Deeds just to verify. Pull that back up. Yeah, and give that recorder number.
Well, the people have it now. They can call it, but I mean, still, what the fuck is he doing? Okay, Norman is a realtor. So we gonna use him as for his expertise because he's good for something besides setting his asshole out on the beaches of Brazil. Norman, put that back up for me, Trump. Would an individual be able to get the deed for $10 if that building costs 1.3?
Well, no, but
would he be able to rent it that way? Would they turn over the deed for that?
No, but I can't think. There's some type of way where I think owners can. It has something to do with like tax purposes or something like that, where that could exist. Like, say for example, if you were doing a survivorship deed or something like that, you know. And
what are the fucking odds that they transferred this to Umar?
I doubt if they transferred it.
Okay,
to
now
him,
let me go back to this. Now let's get into the fucking meat and bones of this.
You hungry?
You have different type of tax statuses. Ooh, you have sole proprietorships. You have LLCs, limited liability corporations. You have LLPs, limited liabilities partnerships. You have S corporations. You have C corporations. You have estates. You also have what are called tax exempt status. And it called 503C. You have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. 503 generally is religions. Religions, you know, get 503C status. They don't have to pay taxes. But you have different other type of tax exempt organizations that get tax exempt status. Well, the crack team, put my glasses back on, the crack investigative team at Streetz is Talking Radio, yours truly, went digging some more. Yeah, I went digging some more. Umar, I'm exposing your fat, funky ass tonight. So, Umar Johnson, I went to the state of Pennsylvania because generally when a person has a business that's not a sole proprietorship, they have to register it within the state. So if it's an LLC or above, they got to register it in the state. So if he has an LLC, he would have to register it with some kind of state taxing authority in Pennsylvania. So I went to Pennsylvania and I went looking for whether there was a Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG school for boys, whatever bullshit it was, and it just so happens it was one. Trump, can you put that one up for Pennsylvania, please? That's the one there. That has, pull it down some, bring it down so we can see his name. You see the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, RBG, Leadership Academy, Inc., blah, 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 cool. The date of that was, I believe, I can't see the date. I think it was put in place to 2014. This is when he started to shit about the school. Well, for those of you all unfamiliar, there were certain filing requirements in order to maintain your tax-exempt status with the state and with the federal government. And with the federal government, what you have to file is what's called a 990, a Form 990, and it pretty much details all the money that you've brought in.
We got 5 minutes on Rip Radio, and we can continue with YouTube.
Okay. We got, you got, come over to YouTube and look at it if you're on the Rip Radio page, but we're gonna keep going. You have to file what's called a Form 990, which gives you a detailed report of your profits and your losses, or whatever your donations was, who you gave it to, who gave money, because they have to be able to write that off, your expenses, and you don't owe any tax. And if you don't file your 990 over the course of 3 years, they deactivate your tax exempt status, and you're automatically kicked out of the system. Trump, bring that shit up. The one for the feds. Yeah. That one right there. That's his tax ID number. 46-570-7643 for the Frederick Douglass and Margaret Garvey RBG Leadership Academy. But if you look down, there's the auto revocation list. And it states organizations whose federal tax exempt status was automatically revoked for not filing Form 990 series return or notice for 3 consecutive years. His status has been revoked since fucking May of 2017. 2 years. Why? I'm going to tell you why. We hear this shit about Trump and his tax returns, right? Mm-hmm. And how Congress has to request them and go through these hearings. And because I've been in the tax business for 22 years, I can tell you with a mathematical certainty, it takes, when they say it takes an act of Congress, it takes an act of Congress for a motherfucker to access your tax records, business or personal, with an exception. The tax returns or the tax filings of 503c organizations are public record. What does that mean? There's a reason he didn't file his fucking taxes. Because filing his taxes would have made everything public record, so he would have had to give an accounting of how much money he's raised, how much money he spent, where is it going, who are the donors, X, Y, and fucking Z. And he didn't fucking do that for 3 years, so they revoked it. So if he got it in 2014, and they revoked it in 2017, and they revoked it because you got to file your taxes and he didn't file them in 3 years, then what does that say? So
let me ask you this. So how can Umar make this whole wrong right?
Jump off a fucking cliff with bricks in his pocket. Because my thing is, it's all good until the rabbit got the gun. Hippity hop, motherfucker. You blocked. You cut people off. When people have questions, when people have concerns, when people have fucking inquiries, you don't want to answer questions. You want to block people. But there's always going to be a way to find it out. For those of you listening, Umar Johnson, a.k.a. Jermaine Shoemake, is a fucking thief. He's a lying, conniving, carnival barking charlatan. I know those are some big words.
Yes, they are.
I asked you all to take out your motherfucking pens and piece of paper to take the notes because I was going to say
What's that last word you said?
Charlatan.
Charlatan.
This is a charlatan.
Okay.
He's a carnival barker. He's loud. He's boisterous. But if you listen closely and if you educate yourself and you learn more than what the fucking last episode was on about love and hip hop, you will know when a motherfucker is bullshitting you. And black people, we are primed. This goes back to the show all day. We are fucking primed to be hustled. We got big hearts. We want what's best for our people. And all somebody got to do is pray on that, and here the fuck they come. Here the fuck they come. So my whole thing is this. If you still gonna give to them, that's on you. My cousin Reginald, who I look up to, always told me, if you got a sucker, lick him. And a lot of you motherfuckers are lollipop flavored. If you want to keep fucking endorsing him, if you want to keep giving him your money, if you want to keep playing this fucking game with him, hey, I can't help you. I can't do nothing but shake my head. But this is the shit that has been put in front of you. Umar Johnson has been stealing money for 9 fucking years. He ain't produced a motherfucking icy cup. He comes to your town. He speaks for 2 hours. He talks about shit that you really have no fucking clue about. Like this motherfucker said in this speech in Baltimore that, you know, if they don't educate your child properly, you're gonna get compensatory education and you're gonna get money. No, you don't. No, you don't. They just make up services. But because people don't know any better, they'll hear that shit and they'll go along with it. He also said at the same speech, don't get your daughters the HPV shot, because what they want to do is they want to take that needle and stick it up in your daughter's cervix and give her a shot in her cervix. And he said this. I mean, you can look this shit up. He said this in a room full of women, dumbass women who nobody had the fucking courage to stand up and challenge him and say, no, they give you the HPV shot in your arm. And I'm not here endorsing the HPV shot, but for him to simply tell you that they want to stick a needle up in your daughter's vagina and shoot her in her cervix. Stop letting motherfuckers who talk fancy hustle you. All you got to do is just listen, take inventory of what they saying, and go back and research it. Umar Johnson has lied. Umar Johnson has produced nothing. Umar Johnson has said a bunch of fluff, and he ain't produced shit. And when they started cutting his money off, he had to dangle. He had to get a new carrot and dangle it. So now he claims to have acquired a school that, if you look at the tax records, if you go to the recorder of deeds and you look at the tax records for that particular address, they say the school needs almost $1 million worth of work improvements. So he's begging for money for the improvements. He's begging for money for the staff. And the community that school is in is dirt poor. There's only 179,000 black people in the entire state of Delaware. And in the community that school is sitting in is relatively poor. So who the fuck is driving to Delaware to drop off their kids? Because the community can't pay for it. So that's my Umar rant. Norman, what you got going on? Norman needs to sell some fucking houses.
Well, no,
look,
I'm selling houses.
If you all want a gay great salesperson, Norman is the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to do some business with him, but I'm gonna have to make.
You got all these fucking people coming to get your taxes, and you gonna call me for a bitch that's on Section 8.
Nigga, didn't I call you?
Yeah.
If I find out, if I get somebody that want to buy, if I get somebody want to fucking buy,
she was a Section 8 recipient, and I did. She never even called though.
Well, okay, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I just passed on the information.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't mind taking Section 8, but I refer them out to people who.
Okay, well, you refer them out. I'm just saying, when I get a motherfucker that want to buy a house, I refer him to you. Don't act like I ain't motherfucking sent you no business, nigga.
Money,
you ain't sent me no business in the fucking wild, nigga.
You sent me?
I said, if I get someone that needs a house, I will send them to you.
How many taxes have you done so far?
I don't know.
Have you done a lot? Over 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Have these people made over $70,000?
Why are you getting all of my clients'
just asking
business?
a question.
Some have, yes.
Okay. All of them people, I'm sure, do they own houses?
The ones that make
I
over
need you to stop
75.
pre-qualifying them when they sit down and get their taxes done. Because it makes no sense for them to be paying money in fucking rent.
Well, if they're paying money in rent, look, I know how this works.
Okay,
I used to be a loan officer, motherfucker.
Oh, you did? For
Yes,
who?
I was a loan officer for. Well, this is not even important
no,
right
it
now.
is
I was licensed. I was a licensed loan
For
officer.
who?
Didn't I just say
You had a
it's the
fucking
company
felony. How was you a loan
USA Mortgaged out of Fort Washington, Maryland.
Okay.
They're fucking defunct. Under the owner is doing 24 years in federal prison for bank fraud.
And you was a part of that?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't part of that shit at all.
Okay.
Anyway, so Norman, and if you just want to, you just go ahead and blow his asshole out. Just go ahead, hit him on Instagram because, like Jussie Smollett.
It's about the money.
Oh, just like y'all know, Jussie Smollett, they about to motherfucker lock his pussy ass up.
I saw that.
Yeah, because the Nas coming down, he done gave her redacted phone records, and during the time that he was supposed to be attacked, he redacted that out.
Wow.
So yes, Jussie Smollett. I know y'all motherfuckers say that I'm obsessed with this shit. I just think it's fucking funny that you all caped up for him. So Norman, where can they find your motherfucking ass?
They can find me on Jack. They can find me on Grindr. They can find me on Instagram at Norman Sly Realtor, and they can find me on Facebook at Norman Sly.
Nigga,
find me on all that shit. I'm telling you.
You all can
only at night. Only at nighttime after 12 p.m. you can find me on Jack and Grindr. But
you be looking for some street meat.
I get it too.
You get some street. Oh my god! And you know what? Hold on. Remember when you said something about my nephew and so and so? You out there in Waldorf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you probably might find him because he's in fucking what's that right
White
past
Plains?
the movie? Yeah.
He's in White Plains.
Yes.
Oh.
You better not be fucking with
no,
my nephew.
I mean, no, I don't even know what he looked like.
I don't want you fucking with my nephew. So yeah, you can find me on
Jack.
Twitter. Fuck you. You can find me on Twitter at Jokes Galore. Follow me. I'm funny as shit. You can find me on Instagram under TJ the Chicago Kid. Somebody tried to buy my name earlier today. Yeah, they tried to buy my name. So I made a special video for Umar on the way out the door. It's going to be an interesting week. Take the information that you have, do what you will with it. Just know you ain't got to keep being a fool. This is your boy TJ, Mr. Norman. Hit that outro. We gone.
I'm going to toast some of abundance. I'm going to toast some of abundance juice to Mama Oshun, to the mother of the river, that aspect of over-demanding supreme consciousness of the universe that deals with harmony, justice, love, beauty, abundance, joy, happiness, peace of mind, positive energy. We call on the energy of the river to bless us with the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy Campus #1, Mama Oshun. We need your blessings, Mama Ashe. Mama Oshun, the mother of the rivers, the streams queen mother. Bless me with all the resources I need. Bless me with all the support I need. Bless me with all the donations I need so we can open up on August the 21st of this year, 2019, after 400 years. I said after 400 years, from 1619 to 2019, we want to celebrate our people, our history, our culture, our ancestors at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. 4 buildings, 2 gyms, 2 schools, all the space we need for workshops, conferences, for networking, for think tanking, for our vendors, for our children to have fun. We need the money, Mama Oshun. We need $1 million, Mama Oshun. Give us $1 million or send me the brothers and sisters who will help me do the work for free. Ashe, Mama Oshun. It's a school for boys, but we need that feminine energy. And I believe that's the reason why Olodumare Chipu Amin Ra Nyame, Supreme Ruler of the Universe, chose you as the presiding Orisha to make sure we have that feminine balance, and may we respect the feminine principle. May we honor the black woman. May we always pay honor and homage to the great divine mother. Oh yes, Mama Oshun, FDMG is coming, brothers and sisters. FDMG is coming, brothers and sisters. FDMG. Wait, did I block the right one? No, I gotta get it. Where you at? How can I get it? How can I get it? I caught a coon. I caught a coon. If I catch a coon, screenshot the coon. Okay? I'm here. 4.5 years of fundraising. We done did it. Shout out to all the donors. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, live Wilmington, Delaware.